Working as a Palestinian journalist in the occupied Palestinian territories is not an easy job. It's no surprise that they are often met with live ammunition, tear gas, physical attacks, or arrested by Israeli forces. However, despite the dangers, they carry on their duty to cover different events and get the message out. To this end, a delegation of journalists headed by the chairman of Palestinian Journalists Syndicate came to London to speak to British MPs and journalists about the challenges they face.
We decided to internationalize the issue of the Palestinian journalists, so we got in touch with the Arab Journalists Union and the National Union of Journalists in the UK and Ireland. Due to the gravity of the Israeli attacks against Palestinian journalists, we also decided to talk to parliamentarians and other international associations in order to explain the systematic crimes against our journalists and the need to provide protection to them.
Following the killing of 2 Palestinian journalists and injury of many others last April by Israeli occupation forces along the Gaza perimeter, as part of the Great March of Return, which started on the 30th of last March, the National Union of Journalists in the UK issued a statement condemning the attacks, and today's meeting was organized and facilitated by the NUJ as a means of support to their fellow Palestinian colleagues.
Tonight was all about hearing firsthand from our Palestinian sister union about the challenges that their members as journalists face every single day, just trying to do their job in Palestine. So we've spent a long time trying to organise the visit for them to come over because it's so important for them to meet, whether it's politicians here or the various other meetings that we have lined up, so that they can tell people in their own words about the huge injustices that Palestinian journalists are facing in the course of doing their work at the moment.
The discussion included the consequences of the recent Israeli legislation that would decriminalize the photographing or filming of Israeli soldiers while on duty by Palestinian journalists or human rights defenders. That by itself, they say, would grant Israeli soldiers legal cover to target anyone with a camera or a smartphone.
Well, obviously it's a violation of the international law and domestic laws, and we want the British community and the Palestinians all over the world to take actions in alerting their representatives in the parliaments, MPs, talk to their governments in their host countries about taking actions in protesting what the Israeli government is doing.
The challenges faced by Palestinian journalists also include attacks by Palestinian security forces in Gaza and the West Bank. Official meetings between Palestinian and British journalists are important in order to strengthen cooperation ties and learn more about the violations of press freedoms in Palestine under Israeli occupation. Yousef, Alhelou for the Sun Will Rise, Press TV, London.